This season of anime has been to an amazing start, and I don't think that anyone doubts that. I personally usually pick up 1 or 3 anime per season based on what catches my eyes, but holy shit, I started watching more than 10 anime this season, and by this point, I don't think I'm gonna stop watching a single one of them. It is truly amazing. I am so happy and excited for this season. The only problem is that like 7 of them come out on Thursday, and it's really difficult to watch all of them the same day. But anyhow, I wanted to discuss the animes that I'm going to be watching this season and make a list starting from what's least exciting to the most exciting to me as of right now. And I personally think that most of the anime I'm watching or that I've picked up are fairly good, or at least above average. So the only reason I'm using this exciting scale is because I don't actually want to rate them, I just want to talk about them. So this is entirely my opinion based on the first few episodes of this anime. Now that that's out of the way, I wanted to start off with Heaven's design team. So I originally picked this one up because it sounded like an interesting, funny concept that would be pretty chill to watch. Now that I watched the first 3 episodes, I have to say that it's a bit different than I expected. I thought it would be a little stronger on the comedy part of it, and although it has good comedy and pretty funny moments, it is a little more calm and chill than I expected it to be. Despite that, it is still fun to watch. It has an interesting art style and it's really educational. I actually learned a bunch of stuff that I didn't know, so I'll probably continue watching it and I'll think it's pretty good overall. Following this one in my exciting chart is the Quintessential Quintuplets. I literally watched this anime a few months ago and all of a sudden I realized it was getting a second season, so I thought I'd pick it up since I watched the first one quite recently. Honestly, I see a lot of people really excited for this one, and I mean, it's alright, but I'm a little shocked at all the hype behind it. But regardless, I will continue to watch it because I'm curious and I want to see where this season goes because I want to see how it ends. Yeah. The third one is going to be SK8 Infinity. So this anime is a little weird, to be quite honest. It's definitely not the kind of skating anime that I was expecting it to be. It is a little bit more surreal and hype and kind of crazy, but it looks pretty good. Animation is solid, characters are likable, and it seems interesting. I like how all these sort of different people from different backgrounds come together to this weird, crazy skating community. So it's definitely different from my expectation, but it does look pretty exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens and how these characters continue to interact with each other. So it definitely seems like it's fun to watch. Like it's going to be fun to watch. Following SK8 Infinity is going to be the hidden dungeon only I can enter. I began watching this out of spite, to be honest. I didn't know what it was about, but I decided to watch it after reading the first comment left by a user when I clicked on it, and out of curiosity I continued to watch it. After having watched the first 2 episodes, I have to say that this anime left me without words, and I cannot emphasize this enough. This anime is one of a kind, and I will continue to watch it for the entirety of the season because of the plot, because the plot is so amazing that I cannot wait to see the developments of the characters and the power dynamics in the fantasy world. So yeah, this is definitely has an interesting plot, and I'll continue to watch it for the rest of the season for for the incredible developments that will surely take place throughout the season. Following that is Wonder Egg Priority. So this is an anime I knew and honestly technically know nothing about, but I saw a lot of people talking about it, and following that hype I decided to watch the first episode. And yeah, I still don't understand why is this anime so hype. I don't get it. I mean, it looks great, no doubt, but I am so confused at what people are so excited about. After watching the first 2 episodes, the concept looks interesting enough that I'll continue to watch. Definitely appears that it will be very good, but honestly, I was thinking that this was going to be way above the rest and that it was going to blow my mind. It's okay. I like it. I'm excited to see where it goes. Animation looks amazing, but yeah, I don't understand what the huge hype behind it is. Anyhow, the next one is going to be Log Horizon. I watched the first season last year, and like a month after I started watching it, the 3rd season got announced, and I like what I was watching, so I was surely going to pick this one up. I think it looks pretty good. I'm curious to see what happens to the isekai world that they are in and how things continue to develop. As far as isekai, I think Log Horizon has a very interesting concept, and I'm definitely gonna continue to watch how the story progresses throughout this season. The next one is Yakushara Tomozaki-kun. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I think it translates to bottom tier character Tomozaki-kun, and this is one of the anime that surprised me the most. out of the ones from this season. I didn't really know what to expect. I don't even think I read the description, but when I checked the first episode, I was definitely curious. This anime is basically teaching the main character, who's an expert gamer and the best player in Japan for some game, which name I forgot, how to get good at life, and I'm all down for it. I mean, it's literally gamifying how to be good at social interactions, how to maintain a solid image, how put in some effort in your presentation, such as good fitting clothing, proper posture, and how far a little smile can take you. This anime is something I'm definitely looking forward to, and I cannot wait to see the growth of the main character and to see if it actually works out for him. Based on the advice that he's been given on the first few episodes, it looks pretty solid and applicable to real life, so it looks pretty good. I'm definitely looking forward to see how it ends. So the next one is going to be actually two anime, and these are Cells at Work, Code Black, and Cells at Work. I'm definitely a little bit more excited about Code Black because it seems like a more interesting and sadly probably more realistic concept. Honestly, it's just a nice flip to the initial anime, though I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed because I was hoping for a bit more continuity to the story and sort of like a bit more follow-up at the reasons that the body's unhealthy. For example, in episode 1 they mentioned how the body started smoking for the first time in 10 years. I was kind of hoping they follow the effects that has on your body a bit more long term. And you know, the topic was kind of immediately abandoned the next episode. So it seems that most episodes are going to be standalones, which is fine, but I was hoping for a bit more of a progressive storyline throughout the season. Regardless, it's still pretty interesting. Maybe we'll follow more of that path in future episodes. But yeah, it's interesting concept. It's educational. Tells you what not to do to your body, so it's pretty good. And Cells at Work, on the other hand, is good. It's chill, educational. It's a nice watch, so I'm definitely gonna continue to watch that as well. So the next one is 243 Seein High School Boys Volleyball Team. To be completely honest, I'm watching this because I'm kind of a huge Haikyuu fan, and through that I sort of became really fond of volleyball. So it was a no-brainer to watch this one. This anime seems really interesting with more story type plot focus and sort of a darker tone to it. For anyone wondering though, no, it's not like Haikyuu. It is significantly different, but I think it's mostly enjoyable. The characters are okay, the animation is okay, and the plot seems interesting. There's one thing that really bothers me, and that is the sound effects and the sound design. Every time someone spikes a ball, it sounds like someone just shot a cannon. And it's just really not that good, but it's still alright. Although, if you're watching this hoping that it's as good as Haikyuu, don't set yourself up for failure because that's a pretty hard bar to reach or beat. Otherwise, I think this could be a really interesting story, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what happens and how it develops. So yeah, I think this one might be worth watching. So the next one is going to be The Promised Neverland. I watched the show soon after the first season came out, and I mean, come on, we all know that The Promised Neverland has an insane first season. There's definitely not a lot of anime that handle a 12 episode season as well as The Promised Neverland season 1 did, and it's a no-brainer to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing the developments of their world and how they continue to escape the demons in this savage world that's completely like stacked against them. I'm a little uncertain if the second season can actually live up to the first one because the first one is pretty good, but so far it looks pretty interesting and I can't wait to see what comes next. Going on to the top 3 is Dr. Stone. I watched the first season as he aired last year, and what can I say, it's pretty cool stuff. I personally find science extremely interesting, so any bone Dr. Stone throws at me, I'll gladly receive. Although I have to say, as many have also commented on it, I kind of wish it focused on science a bit more. I mean, the fighting is cool and emotional and it's definitely good, but I think that when they get down to the science, that's when Dr. Stone truly shines for me. Anyhow, in the latest episode, it seems like there's a lot of potential between the midst of the science and the battles that's about to take place, so I'm hopeful for that. Regardless whether they focus on the science more or not, I genuinely really like the anime, so I'll continue to watch it anyways, and I hope that this season is great. In the second place, there's Re:Zero. So this is an anime that I don't know, man. Honestly, I've been a bit confused keeping up with it the past second season, but I can't help but really enjoy every single episode. I mean, it's just so good. It's so enjoyable. There's a lot of focusing on developing the things that happen in season 1 this season, a lot of growth for Subaru as a character, I think, great developments for his friendships and characters I didn't expect to become such a big part of the story, which is pretty exciting. Unexpected growth for Emilia, sort of, but most definitely unexpected developments for the both of them. If you keep up with the series, you know what I'm talking about. But man, I didn't think it would happen. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little too hype and happy to see Subaru grow as a character and overcome the challenges against him, but I'm really enjoying watching it, and I cannot wait to see what happens for the rest of this season. Alright, so reaching the end of this list, the anime that I'm looking forward to the most this season is the only masterpiece that anyone could have expected, and that is Seein. Yeah, I'm just kidding, but for the anime that I'm most excited to see, I actually have two, and as you might imagine, yes, Attack on Titan is one of them. What can I say? The story is just too interesting, it's too good. Main character goes crazy, inhumane, no fucks given mode, and I have a few guesses of why and what may happen, but I don't know, I don't read the manga, so I'm just really excited to see what happens next. And you know, it's Attack on Titan, what else can I say about that? The other one that I'm really excited for is Kemono Jihen, and honestly I don't know what's going on, but for some reason this one is going under the radar and I don't appreciate that. I decided to give this one a watch because the art style looked kinda cool, and after having watched the first episode I have to say it looks very promising. The first episode was really solid at introducing the story and the anime's concept. The second episode was great at slowing down and introducing some of the other characters, and it just looks really good. I see a lot of potential for growth in the main character and the supporting characters, and the manga readers of this one seem to hold it in very high regard. The characters are nicely diverse with unique traits and powers, so I'm looking forward to see how their relationship develop. The main character is really interesting, especially his view of the world and how empty and unemotional he is due to his upbringing. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen as he discovers emotion and self-worth. The animation looks great, the character design looks great, soundtrack is great, the story appears to be rather interesting. This is very good as of right now, so I'm just really looking forward to it. It seems like this has the potential to be a very good anime, so don't sleep on it. That's all I have to say. Once again, this is based on how excited I am for these shows as of right now while the season begins. I'm not ranking this, and I'm totally looking forward to seeing how my thoughts on these changes as the season progresses. I'm really looking forward to the rest of this season, and yeah, if there's anything I didn't mention that I probably should be watching, let me know. I'm probably gonna be picking up a few more because there are some that I haven't been able to watch yet. But that's all from me, and let me know what you think.